I'm taking all of the flats, the selection flats, and I'm going to turn this image into grayscale. I also want to talk about how there's so many things I want to talk about, and there's so little time, and there's only so many videos. So there's a lot of different YouTubers that I watch who do financial type of videos. They'll react to TikTokers. They'll talk about the economy, the how expensive McDonald's has gotten, how luxury apartments are not luxury at all, about the mass firings that UPS and Amazon and Microsoft and all of these companies are doing. And just, it's crazy. Like, it can really make you anxious. It can really make you kind of depressed or nervous. And it really is bad. And then you hear about the national debt is like 37, $38 trillion, and that's going to become a huge problem. And increasing the retirement age to 69. It just goes on and on. So what are you supposed to do about it, right? That's the question. And that's kind of something that I'm not going to say I think a lot about. I'm fairly focused, and I've mentioned this before. I have two full-time jobs. I'm just like, I guess, finishing up week 5, which is still sort of considered training of my new full-time job. And my wife has one full-time job and one that is like just under full-time because they don't want to give insurance. So basically, we're both working our butts off. We're not struggling financially, but anything could change and we would be in a difficult spot. So I am focused on just paying off as many debts as possible to sort of loosen the noose that is around us. And we're also trying to save money. So I had to kind of put my mouse on the artwork so I could see where it was. It's a 6.5 minutes sped up. But yeah, it's like, if you have a job, keep it. If you hate it, don't quit until you find another job. And, at the time of this video, I have 117 subscribers. So thank you guys all so much. I want to do a video where I talk about, like, what do you guys want to see? And, kind of like what can I do to grow the channel faster? I have plenty of ideas, not a lot of time. And I kind of don't feel like there's enough subscribers to even really ask that question. So, but I want this to be a full-time job. I want it to be at least another income stream while I really enjoy it. And I do it because I enjoy it. And you can see I'm always trying to make things better. If you go back to old videos, you'll see that it was just a screen recording and the audio was terrible. And then, just slowly and surely, and now I'm getting the virtual background, and it's a total evolution. And sort of, I'm always trying to make it better. And I have all these different ideas. So, let me know in the comments what you want to see, how you feel like I'm doing, if there's something that you would like to see different. But for right now, I just mean, guys, it's like the economy really does suck. And I don't want to work 80 hours a week, but as long as I get enough sleep, I know I'm going to have 4 days where I only work one job, which it's a lot, but it does give me time to work on my YouTube and my art a little bit, which is all I really need right now. But I'm keeping these jobs as long as I can to pay things off, save like an emergency fund so I have money for a rainy day. and just hope for the best. You know, it's tough out there, and it's harder for a lot of people than it is for me. I'm very lucky that I have 2 full-time jobs. And if you guys are struggling, you know, you can let me know in the comments. I hope we can support each other because it's not easy. But this YouTube thing, whether it takes off or not, I do love doing it. And I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to keep doing my 2 jobs until something changes. So this could be many years. But yeah, there's so many channels out there. I like Orlando Miner. I like Michael Bordenero. I like Zach Rios. Those are a couple. But there's also CNBC, Fox Business News. There's all kinds of different Kevin O'Leary, Squawk Box, just your average local morning news. They're all talking about the debt, and the McDonald's is raising their prices and people aren't going as much because it's too expensive for the poor people who tend to go to fast food. Anyway, this is almost done. I'm going to pretty much wrap this up, but I think it looks really good with just the grayscale. And that's the reason I set up all these flats, is so that I can easily adjust everything, make it sure it looks good in gray. And as long as it looks good in gray, I think it'll look really good in color. But I'm probably going to move on and do ISMA and all the rest. So like the video, comment. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.